Hey everyone, it's Monday, which means it's time for another edition of Real Estate Talk with Jay. And before I get into this week's topic, I wanted to give you a brief update on the market. So just to give you kind of an idea of where we are. So inventory levels, amount of homes available for sale, down. Pending contracts, up, which also means home prices are up. So as the inventory keeps going down, but demand keeps going up, we're seeing those prices start to move up. Still moving up a lot slower than in previous years, but if the trend continues, we'll see how that goes. So one of the questions I get asked a ton is, when is the right time to buy? Let's get into that. So the simple answer to that question is, when you're ready. No, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but the truth of the matter is it's when you're ready. So we're all buying for different reasons, whether we want to buy our first house, we want to upsize, downsize, we're moving because of a job. So when you're ready to move, that's when it's time to buy. If you haven't been pre-approved yet, you need to do that because if you just happen to not be able to get pre-approved for the amount that you want, and the home prices in that range that you are approved for are not what you want, well then it's probably not the right time to buy. We probably need to do something. You need to work. That's why if you work with a really good mortgage lender, they work as an advisor to help you figure out how to increase the amount of home that you are that you can afford. And it all comes down to that wonderful debt to income ratio. Only two ways to make that ratio bigger: either decrease the amount of debt or increase the amount of income. So it's pretty simple. So there are ways to do that. But if you don't like homes in the price range that you can afford, then we're probably going to have to wait until we can change that, either by changing that debt to income ratio or maybe interest rates lowering enough to push you up enough to find a home in the price range that you really want. As long as it's realistic. You're not going to be able to afford $1 million house on a $70,000 a year of income. But anyways, that's the simple answer. Now, inevitably, most of the time when people are asking me that question, it's really because everybody wants to feel like they got a deal, right? Everybody wants to feel like, especially in this market, can I just get any kind of deal? So inevitably, they're trying to time the market. Just like the stock market, that doesn't really work. You can really get burned. Are there ways to do it? Yes, but let me put big but here, that you'd have to be ready to go at any point in time. Because just like the stock market, we can't really predict what the market's going to do, but there are signs that tell us what it's currently doing and what it might be moving into do. So if any of you have been watching my videos long enough, you noticed that back in the winter, especially in December, you heard me saying inventory's up, buyer demand is down, sellers are taking contracts below list price right now. So if you were thinking about buying anytime soon, now is the time to go out. That's because we don't know what kind of market we're in until we're in it, or until we're looking back at it and saying, oh, that's what happened last month. So can you do it? Yes, but it's going to be a very rocky ride. And there's nothing that says that if you are waiting around like that, waiting for me to call you and say, all right, now's going to be a time where you're probably going to get the best deals of the year, let's go. Well, there may or may not be a home available that you like during that time period. So it's really hard in the housing market to try to time it. Now, if you're an investor, that's a different story. But those of us who are looking for homes to live in, it's really hard. So the best thing is to purchase when you're ready. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, please reach out. Let me know. Put in the comments down below. And again, any other questions or topics you want answered on Real Estate Talk, just let me know. I'm Jay Cottrell with LPT Realty here in the Tri-Cities, and that is it for this week. We'll see you next week.